Okay, hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today is a writing video day, and I thought I would talk about overwriting and underwriting your novel, and how to make your novel longer. And I'll be reading script off camera a little bit, so if you see me turning my head, I'm reading that. So, anyways, it's just the camera a little bit. So, okay, so let's talk about overwriting novels, because I have officially become an overwriter. Yes, you heard me. I'm sitting at Driven by Love, my new novel. And I am currently at 41,000 words, and I'm only on chapter 4. Wow. So, some tips you want to show and don't tell. That's tip number 1. I used to struggle with making my story longer. I would have the main idea, I would know what needs to happen, and make it happen, but make it short. That's not the problem anymore. Then I would rush straight through every scene. A character would walk into a room, say what they need to say, and leave. Well, now, it's different. Now, it changed. A couple would kiss, and suddenly we were in the next chapter. A conflict would happen, and would be solved within a few paragraphs. Not that anymore. It's way different. But with my current novel, something completely changed. I learned about pacing. And that is a key tip, pacing. You want a slow pace, fast pace. Determine that before you write your novel. At the time of filming this, I'm already at 41,000 words, and I'm still in chapter 3 and 4. Yes, chapter 3 and 4. So today I wanted to talk about what overwriting actually means. How it actually helps me make my novel longer, and how you can expand your ideas and themes without filling a book with what writers call fillers, like deception, extra dialogue, all that. Well, this video will teach you how to do it. So section 1, what overwriting means to me as an author. When I'm saying I'm overwriting, I don't mean repeating the same sentence 10 different ways. I mean allowing myself to explore a fully scene in front of my eyes. Before I might have written Carly and Troy watched the race cars and joked with each other. That technically communicates what happened, but does not give the reader much to experience. Now I slow down and ask questions. What did cars look like? What did the water sound like when it hits metal? Is Carly spraying Troy with the hose? Or are they arguing over whether he missed the spot on the car? Do their hands accidentally touch? Is there tension between them because they kissed the night before? Does someone else know they're acting strange? Starting once this could become an entire scene filled with chemistry and filled with banter, comedy, atmosphere, and character development. That's what overwriting means to me. I'm no longer writing only what happens. I'm allowing it to feel while it happens. Section 2. Stop rushing through the big event in the story. That's another tip. One biggest way to make your novel longer is to stop sprinting towards every major plot point. I used to take every scene as entertainment, a confession, a fight, a kiss, a trail, a major discovery. But stories also need the moments between those events, being subplots. Let's say two characters kiss for the first time. You do not have to have the innocent and the ugly kiss. What happens when they pull apart? Do they laugh because they are nervous? Does one of them avoid eye contact, or do they stay in silence? Does one person say something vulnerable? Does another person make a joke because the emotions roll to a 10? Put feelings into your scene. That's the biggest tip I could give. Do they replay the kiss? Do they text each other? Do they regret it? Ask yourself these questions, because these are really important as you continue to write. And as I continue to write, I use these little notebooks right here and I brainstorm. I have each page a chapter, like right here, and that just really helps. So, section 3, add character reaction. Another way I have learned to overwrite is by letting my characters react. This is a good way to make your novel longer, and it can actually help you develop the premise of your novel. Characters should not move through dramatic events like nothing happened. Make them react. If Carly and Troy shared emotional gifts, by the way, they're characters in my novel I'm currently writing. Carly's not necessarily going to wake up the next morning and behave normally. She might let him experience feeling. She might try to convince herself it meant nothing. She might spend way too long choosing what to wear because she knows she won't see him. She might walk in the garage, determined to act professionally and immediately bump into him. These thoughts and these things can develop naturally. Another might start cleaning something that actually clean if they need something to do with their hands. When you think of these things, think of the detail and what you can actually comprehend and what happens in the scene. You can write it down again in your composition notebook or something small so you can generate ideas faster. But that's not the point of writing and everything. Okay, so my camera coming off. So in section 4, let the study participate. I also think that the setting can make the novel much richer. Do not treat the setting like a blank room while the characters stand and talk. Let them interact with it. My current novel involves a garage, race cars, and a racetrack. Instead of simply saying the characters are at a garage, I could use the environment to create action. Sometimes with my writing style, I have the setting as a point of view. But in this novel, it's something different. It's something that I don't have points of views in, and it's mainly Carly's point of view. When I interact with the setting, I do descriptions, I do like dialogue and what characters react in it, or different scenes that could generate in the setting and what the characters involved in. A customer can interrupt at the worst possible moment. A car hood could block two characters from seeing each other. Someone could slide out from underneath the car and almost collide with another person. A spare tire can roll across the floor. Those types of details are really important because you want to have your scene involved in your book. When I say a certain setting, it's like a car garage, a store, a bookstore, or like anything that could generate ideas for your novel. So as I continue section 5 of this video, expand dialogue with subtext. Dialogue has also helped me make my scenes longer and stronger, and especially when the characters are not saying exactly what they mean. For example, Carly and Troy might be arguing about a spare tire, but they're not really arguing about a spare tire. They're arguing about the fact that they are confused, and neither of them knows how to behave now. That gives the conversation 2 layers. On the surface, they're saying you're holding it wrong, but in the end, they're like, am I really holding it wrong, or is it like more details? And that meaning it's just you want to describe what they're feeling throughout the dialogue, and want to continue describing it in a way that will basically describe what they're feeling, make them react. You don't want necessary conflict throughout the whole story, but you want beats. What I learned from Save the Cat, or I forget what the book's called, but what I learned from that is novels have beats. And when you're working on your beats, think of the conflict they can bring up, think about reactions, think about feelings, descriptions. Like I said, show don't tell. Like what I mean by that, you don't want to be like Troy put his foot down, how he put his foot down, or how to change a tire. Describe how to change a tire. Guys, I know I'm repeating a lot in this, but it's like one of the things where it's really important that it's not like important, but like when you write down your novels, or like, I don't know, when you just basically want to get the words down on paper. That is why this little notebook right here, I write down my ideas before I sit down to know what I'm going to write. So I have all this down here, and I have chapter 3, chapter 4, whatever chapter I'm on, I put it at the top of the page, and I list down my ideas. This is the only 2 pages I have. I list down my story ideas and whatnot, so I wanted to mention that. Some text allows you to create longer conversations because the characters circle around what they are truly feeling. They joke, they avoid, they chase something, they accidentally feel too much. And someone interrupts them before they can finish. This creates tension without forcing the relationship to move quickly. 6. Use small conflicts. That contradicts what I'm saying because when you use small conflicts, you don't want to overdrive with bigger conflicts. That is your inciting incident. And I wanted to mention that because that's very important in a way, and I feel like when you mix an inciting incident, that usually portrayals in prologue, chapter 1 or chapter 2, or sometimes chapter 3 as well. And the way I set up this novel is how I got to 41,000 words and just chapter 4 by itself, is that I tend to write descriptions. I show and don't tell. That's a major hint I want to bring you because that is like the one tip that changed my writing. I want to mention that. So add subplots that connect to the main story. Another tip I want to give how to make your characters, your novel longer, is have your side characters have subplots. That is one thing that I look up when I talk about basically when I see other writing YouTube videos on YouTube, they're like show subplots and show side characters. Yes, that's the main tip. You don't want too many characters because you don't want your novels or your readers to get lost. But at the same time, they can help move the story faster. And so let's recap this video a little bit. You want subplots. That's the number 1, subplots. Tip number 2, you want connections, you want dialogue, you want descriptions, you want show, don't tell. 3, you want to basically continue with describing your scenes, your settings. And that's the tips I have for you today. And I hope you guys liked today's video. If you have any questions or anything like that, engage in the video comments down below. Let me know what you think. And I've been writing all my life. Like in high school I wrote. But I haven't really published anything except for a poem in a magazine that's a high school release. That was the only thing. But these tips I gathered along the way, and I'm really excited for them, and how I make my novel longer, and everything, and I wanted to say that because it's a connection where you can have, like, fall in love with your characters. That's another thing. I'm falling in love with the story as I'm writing it. And that shows proof that I used to be an underwriter, now I'm an overwriter. And I love that. I feel like I'm writing a writer again. I'm getting emotional just sitting here talking to you guys with that, because being like an overwriter, it's not just an overwriter, it's just falling in love with the story. And I had this story in the back of my mind for a while now, and I'm like, and I started it over 3 times, just to get the story down right. And I finally found a way that how I want to tell the story. And this is not me scripting right now. This is just me talking. And I want to say that because I started the story over 3 times. It was getting really frustrating. I was to the point where I was going to give up on the story and I was like going to go with something new. But I gave the story a chance. That's another thing. Give the story a chance. I wanted to say that because no matter, you could change the story as an author. It's not publish it. The more you can change the story of how you want, if you don't like the direction. If you don't like the direction, that's one thing. But you change the story, like I was thinking of Ghostwriter class the other day, and change your story to what you love and what you feel like as an author itself. And call yourself a writer. Do me a favor, call yourself a writer. That way you'll feel motivated to sit down and write. That's all I have for you for today. I hope I'm not going on a soapbox or anything, but I'm very passionate about writing. I getting back to it this year has really helped me grow. I really found a way to format my books better on Amazon KDP, and that's where I sell my books. I do have several out now. The Shadows Love, Lust at Midnight, The Midnight War, The Ocean Isn't Back. All of those are on Amazon. If you're new here, I mean, I'm creating a drawing channel. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.